What's up, everybody? It's Legal Tender. I'm back in the building. I'm back in the vote. I pulled out an item to make a new video. As always, I want to start off by thanking everybody for supporting the channel. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gracias. If you're a fan of numismatics, if you're a fan of paper currency, if you're just getting into the hobby of numismatics, stay rocking with me, stay rocking with the channel. Every Tuesday is Legal Tender Tuesday, and I'll be making a new episode every week speaking about something new, different, or interesting within the realm of numismatics. If you have any questions, comments, or input, put it down in the comment section. I read everything and I respond back immediately. Throughout the video, if I say something that isn't 100% accurate or is a little erroneous, or different from what you know, let me know via the comments. I'll go back, hit the books, and make sure that I have the right information moving forward. And I gotta tell you, man, thank you for the comments, because I kind of misspeak at times, but y'all get in the comments and y'all clean me right up. Collecting on the cheap, you always there. AP, you always there. Oxtails, you always there. Oxtails 1. So keep the comments coming. All right, so with that being said, let's get into today's episode. All right, so today, the note that I pulled out today, I pulled out this $1 denomination. It's a $1 bill of series year 2021. So this is the most current series year to be issued and printed. I'm a fan of this note big time because of, I would say, the historical significance of it. And I'll get into that in a minute. All right, so you might have seen this image before. And I'm just going to speak about the overall anatomy of the note. So going from left to right. So right here, we have the plate position. And the plate position is where this specific bill was on a sheet of paper, because all currency is printed on sheets, either a sheet of 32 or a sheet of 50. And I made an episode speaking about how you can identify if that note came from a sheet of 50 or a sheet of 32. But on that sheet is broken down in quadrants. And this plate position identifies the exact location of this sheet, whether it was on a plate of 32, correction, if it was on a sheet of 32 or a sheet of 50. So that's the plate position. Right here, we have the Federal Reserve District Shield. Now I'll speak about that in a second. Over here, you have the serial number, and the serial number can be found on two spots in two locations. One right here above the United States Treasury seal to the right of the image, and to the left of the image underneath the Federal Reserve District seal, right there. Serial numbers. They range up to as high as 96 million, I think, for the $1 notes, and for every other denomination, it goes up to 99 million. Or maybe I got that backwards. Help me out in the comments. I think the $1 bill goes up to 99 million, and every other denomination goes to 96 million. That is why when you get a uncut sheet and it's a $1 bill, it's like 99. No, it'd be like 98 something, blah, 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 serial numbers. But I'll do some research, and I'll clean it up in the future. But if you know right now, put it down in the comments section. What is the highest all currency denominations goes up to? I know for a fact it's either 99 million or 96 million. All right, moving on. So right here, we have the Federal Reserve District number. This number right here, Federal Reserve District number 12. So there are 12 Federal Reserve districts and 12 Federal Reserve banks. Now moving back over here, that is why this comes into play, because with the letter and the number, that makes a alphanumeric code or a numerical alpha code. So there are 12 alphabets that's associated with the Federal Reserve System. Now, L is the 12th alphabet. So the alphanumeric code would be L12. That's the alphanumeric code. And the alphanumeric code is significant because that alphanumerical code is tied into the Federal Reserve Bank, and the Federal Reserve Bank of that alphanumerical code is San Francisco. All right, that was a mouthful. So one more time, L is the 12th alphabet. It is 12 Federal Reserve districts, and the 12th Federal Reserve Bank is San Francisco. Now, on this note right here, the alphanumeric code would be A1 because A is the first alphabet. And the Federal Reserve Bank that the alphanumeric code is tied to is Boston. So what that pretty much means is that, I'm going to touch this part right here in a minute. So it's two locations where United States currency is printed. It is, there's a location, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing in Washington, D.C., in Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas. So the currency is printed there at one of those two locations and then sent to those 12 Federal Reserve districts. And that number identifies what Federal Reserve district bank that note is going to, that bundle of money is going to. If you could see, if I could zoom in a little bit more. Now, right here, you have the plate number, and the plate number is C177. So C177. That right there is the plate number. And the importance of that is that plate number was the plate that was used to intaglio print that sheet of currency. Again, whether it's a sheet of 32 or a sheet of 50, there's a plate, and it was explained via a YouTube channel I seen that the plate, it has like indentions and grooves in it. Ink is placed into those grooves, and then the paper is placed on top of that plate, and kind of like the paper is pressed down into the plate. And that is the plate that this note received its intaglio printing. Now, zoom in again. This is how you identify which of those two locations that this currency was printed at. If it has FW, it was printed at Fort Worth. If there is nothing there, that means that the note was printed in Washington, D.C., because there is no identifiable code that identifies DC. It'll just be blank in the plate number. Right down here up under the Treasury seal, we have the signature of the Secretary of Treasury right there. And to the left of the image, we have the signature of the Treasurer of the United States. I made an episode speaking about the roles and responsibility of both individuals at both positions. Very, very important. So check that out if you want to know a little bit more about what they do. And then right here at the bottom, we have the series year. And the series year is the year that the note was printed due to any changes to the note, whether it is a change to any image that's placed on the note, i.e. the signature being changed out. If the manufacturing of the note was different, whether it is different ink being used, different paper, different machinery that is used to print these notes, that is when you will have a change of the series year. I made another episode speaking about what can cause a series year change. So that's interesting. So check that out. All right. All right. So this seal right here goes back to this right here. So again, this is the Federal Reserve District seal, and it is identified. Let me see. All right. So there's 12 Federal Reserve banks. So there is an alphabet for each individual district and bank. Like we got right here, we got an A. And right there, we got an L. But I want to say, starting with the monochrome series in 1996, this was replaced on every denomination except for the $1 bill and another bill. And I'll tell you that one in a second. So to reduce, I don't know, I would say maybe to possibly to reduce inking, or to make it a little bit more simplistic, they changed this right here because this alphabet in the center was specific for one Federal Reserve bank. Now right here, this is an all-encompassing symbol because it encompasses all Federal Reserve banks via the United States Federal Reserve System. I want to say this is an image or a depiction of the Fed with the old baldy on top. So yeah, this unified all 12 Federal Reserve banks under one umbrella, the Federal Reserve System. And it's not broken down in banks because the banks all lead to this one Federal Reserve System. So that was a change that was implemented. And I want to say starting with series year 1996 with the monochrome series for every denomination except for the $1 bill. Got right there. See, got a B right there, 2. And they did that for all denominations, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s. So you can see how it could be a little consuming on ink. But they didn't change it for the 1 or for the $2 bill. Still to this day, these are the only denominations that still have the individual Federal Reserve Bank alphanumerical code on the obverse of the note. And I want to say, going back, all right, so 1963 was the first year that the $1 Federal Reserve note was issued, and there hasn't been any change to the design on the obverse or the reverse of this Federal Reserve note since 1963, over 60 years ago. And we could tell that by series year 2021. No monochrome series, no colorized series, none of that. It's been the exact same design since 1963. Series year 2021. And since the $2 note was recommissioned as a Federal Reserve note in 1975, there has not been any change to this note as well in almost 50 years. So that's pretty cool. Again, no change to the reverse, anything like that. We still have, it's a lot of 13s going on back here. Both of these symbols make up the Great Seal of the United States. If you see right there, the Great Seal of the United States. I made an episode breaking down everything right here on the back. So got a pyramid, the unfinished pyramid on barren land, Providence up top, 13 stairs, a new Coptis. I forget what it stands for. But all these letters are 13. Novus Ordo Seclorum, 13 letters in there, which stands for age of a new. My Latin is a bit off, so excuse me. But that's Latin. That's Latin. We got the Roman numerals down there that identify the year of 1775 when the United States gained its independence. There we go. So we got Roman, we got Latin. Again, more 13. So I'm gonna say this 13 pearls of wisdom. That side right there. Again, 13 more pearls of wisdom. We have our American symbol right there. Old Baldy, Hedoric shield, olive branch for peace. 13 arrows for war, identifying the original 13 colonies. 13 stars that make a 5-pointed star. And the motto, "In God We Trust," was added on the $1 bill in the year of 1957. So again, no changes at all since 1963. And the same thing for the $2 note when it became a Federal Reserve note. All right, so that is the anatomy of and all the wording on this $1 denomination of series year 2021. All right. Tell a friend to like, comment, and subscribe. And you like, comment, and subscribe as well, and share. All right, that's all we got for this one. Until next time, keep it legal, keep it tender. Talk to you soon.